Oh, we're getting a little bit of vibration here and there, and I get so much, stuff and side pockets, tools, equipment. You start hearing us rattling around. It's not the truck. It's all the stuff I have in my side pockets, but coming to some really pretty views as we get down 81. It really is, but it starts to get dark, so I kind of lose that look view for you as time progresses. So I'll get over right here lane because we've got traffic coming up on the kid. Let's see if I can get some of these tools moved around and kind of knock off this noise. If you really watch my channel, I wonder if you really watch my channel, what number truck is this, me driving down the road? I mean, think it through. How many different trucks have I taken to Tennessee? Huh, even for me, I'd have to start digging deep into the files to figure that out. So this is the first F450 trip, but I've had other F450 trips, F350 trips, F250 trips, F150 trips, Raptor trips, Bronco trips. I think that wraps it up. I think. The Ford F-150 Raptor, I've towed with that. Yeah, so a lot of Ford time on 81 for me. You come to the big mountains, coming up, the scenery. And now we're getting into the big mountains. And we live in the area where there's not really big mountains. And we drive down the eastern seaboard, down 95, what big mountains do you see? Usually not much. So we're out here now in the valley, Shenandoah Valley, and it just really is pretty scenery. And yes, I have ridden my motorcycle down to Tennessee before. I have done that. Hard to believe even for me I did it. And really the only way to do it, for it to be enjoyable, you really need to go off the main 81. If you're in a hurry to get somewhere, you take 81, but if you really want to enjoy the ride, the scenery, you don't take 81. It's just too mundane. It's boring. And everybody knows there's always side roads that you can go and get down there just as well, but just take a little bit more time, but it'll be much more enjoyable of a trip. It'll be more of an actual adventure. I wonder how many people know the story of the crosses. I understand there's some guy that went across the country putting up all these crosses. I wonder if it has more in-depth information on what that was all about. I mean, I get the message, but I'm saying this one guy who was fixated on going across the country and creating these crosses. Are we going to drive into sunshine? Are we going to go south and get the nicer, warmer weather? I don't know. I'm not so sure of that, because tomorrow's in the 50s, but sunny. So, we shall see. And there is the view. Just beautiful skyline, like Skyline Harley. Now they named it Skyline Harley. As we get further down the road, we get more greenery. Just think when the Indians were walking this land, nothing here, not a single structure, just trees and nature. Yep. The good old days. Oh, just look at that scenery. Look at all the greenery. Look at the farmers getting things in order for the season. Isn't that so neat? You're out there busy working, the farmers are out busy tilling. Uh-oh, my daughter, I lost my daughter. What's going on? Why isn't she calling? What's going on with my kid? This ain't good. I don't know what's going on. My kid's like, got her flashlight. What's going on?
Kiefer hit my shift.
What?
To neutral. Kiefer hit my shift knob to neutral, and I couldn't get. My truck was slowing down, and it was like I thought there was something wrong with the transmission.
All right. Well, you're okay, right?
Yeah, but I was going to have to pull over because I didn't know why my truck wasn't going.
I get it. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. The Kiefer dog knocks the center console. So in that truck, the shifter is in the middle of the truck. So Kiefer's moving around. You know what happened? He knocked the damn thing into neutral. Glad he knocked it into reverse. With today's technology, I don't think it'd allow you to do that. But anyways, back to the beautiful scenery. Yeah, with the Kiefer dog always involved, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was thinking, oh, here we go. You know, here we go. He's got that truck. Thinking, oh, here we go. We got this nice used truck and something's wrong with it. And now we're sitting beside 81 and this whole trip is over. Yeah, just like that. This trip is done. Anybody out there who's ever broken down the side of the road on a road trip, you get all that, you get that conversation. Yep. Coming up to Mount Jackson. I believe this is Mount Jackson. Am I right? I am. So, back so many years ago when I got my telephone business going, Bill Holtzman of Holtzman Oil owns all these gas stations. And I drove down here like in 97 and met with him to get his gas stations. And so he had a bunch of gas stations up in my area. And I met him at his office and he gave me a bunch of his gas stations. And that was pretty cool for my true beginnings of getting my public telephone business going. That guy made a lot of money. Holtzman Oil, his daughter now is like a senator or a congressman for the state of Virginia. Yep, the wealth factor. Oil money. Look at that over there. And that's so cool. That big green open field over there. Wow. What are they harvesting over there, right? Then the Mount Jackson painted their water tower with pretty apples. Pretty neat. Pretty time of year to be traveling, but it's just incredible how, to me, it seems like yesterday I'd be driving down here over the years, and it was with the winter months, change of season, and now here it's a change of season to be spring and summer. It just goes by so quickly. This past year, if you watch my channel, I had to stay home, take care of the dogs, so I couldn't get away. Because my good friend Bob still wasn't healed from his cancer radiation he's going through, and he couldn't help me out. He couldn't babysit or anything, so I literally, it was my first Thanksgiving ever that I was by myself. You probably saw those videos. And then I thought I was going to have the same thing happen for Christmas, but at the last second, my wife didn't go down for Christmas, and we all stayed home. And so then I made no arrangements for Christmas whatsoever this year. My wife, she was really mad at me. I was like, I don't get that conversation. You told me you were going away and we wouldn't even be celebrating Christmas together. So on Christmas Day, we did nothing. First time ever in my life, we did nothing. I mean, if you know who I am, I'm a guy who goes out and gets all the gifts, the Christmas spirit. I mean, I'm not embellishing. I go out of my way. I mean, I spend too much money. And so for the first time ever, I was like, I ain't doing nothing because I'm going to be by myself. So I made no arrangements. So my wife at the last second made the decision to stay at home. Oh my goodness gracious. But you know, the good news is the wife holding a grudge against that on me? No, she's not. Yeah, we are lucking out. This is so cool. We've really been blessed to have a really good drive down here. And this I got thinking to myself today was, I got everything in order to get out of here. And I was thinking, what are we going to do now? We're just going to hang out tonight. We could have been driving. Then tomorrow morning, we're just going to get up and get packed up and go. But we're going to lose all the day. Versus I'd rather leave late in the afternoon, get there late at night. Then I have the following day to enjoy being down there. It's just time goes by so fast. But here we are. Once again, here we are. And wow. It's just beautiful. with the sun setting on those mountains. Just really is enjoyable. This would definitely be an enjoyable motorcycle ride. Going down 81 at this point of the day, you can really see a lot of scenery. And the good news is, it's not heavy traffic. When you travel on holidays, it's a whole different ball game. So, truck's running great. How are we doing on fuel economy? Let's go to the fuel economy and see what we got. 11.8. Okay, not bad. Boy, I tell you, if I was to get 12, that would be rather impressive. I don't think I will, but that'd be neat. Bumpity, 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 bump. There's the truck, adaptive cruise. I'm not touching the gas or the brake. Got my massaging seat on. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool if this thing had Blue Cruise to a degree. I mean, I don't know. You know, be like, yeah, maybe, maybe not. As we get some nice daytime driving. Which, actually, what time is it? It's like 6:12. Yes, it is green. Green, green, green. Look at that old farm down there. What's the story and the history of that, right? As all the buildings become depopulated or whatever, falling down. Look at that, the valley. I'd like to have a home looking over the valley, up in the mountains. Wouldn't that be so cool? We're pretty fortunate. It really is light traffic, thank goodness, because anybody knows you're traveling. If you're in heavy traffic, it's such a drag. So just a blessed so far. Hoping not to eat my words on that, right? Just really, really good. And once again, as we get a little further south, we're going to see more foliage. I would think we would, but sometimes this area down here in Tennessee is cold. It's kind of hard to believe from that area up to our area that in some ways it's just about the same temperature some days. You'd think it'd be so much a little further south, and it'd be just more consistent warmer, and it is a little, but not a lot. We got the people chugging along here, coming up on us. Kids back there. Kiefer dog misbehaving. Probably not too far away from Harrisburg, be my guess. And this truck just so quiet and smooth. And this is just awesome. I mean, sincerely. It's very comfortable, accommodating. Sometimes I make these videos, and I think, there are a lot of people I think can be mundane, but at the same time, I think other people that don't travel and aren't able to get out, to me, this would seem like you're kind of here in the truck with me, and you're seeing some sights and scenery. And I can only hope that the camera really does give you that kind of feel. That you're sitting in the passenger seat, going down the road, coming up on a lot of slower trucks. I can already see that. So let me get over. Really like these lower mirrors, so you can really see what's going on next to you. The truck has really good visual capability. Now this is definitely a nice change of pace for me. 485 miles to empty, 286 miles to our destination. So I'll get to my mother-in-law's house, and I'll still have 200 miles of range, if not more, because when I unhook the trailer, I'll get better fuel mileage. So I could run around down in Tennessee, not even probably fill up, and probably head back and fill up when I'm heading back. Wow, and if you really watch my channel, you'll get what I'm talking about, because I've had so many videos of gas hog vehicles where I'm pulling over every 100, 120 miles. So if I'm driving like the Bronco, pulling this trailer, I'm going to go maybe 100, 120 miles before I have to pull over. So I have to pull over at least 4 times to get over my mother-in-law's house. Versus this here, if I left the house with the truck full of fuel, I wouldn't even have to stop. But the real question is, how long can you go without having to go to the bathroom? That's the real story. We are coming into James Madison University territory here in Harrisonburg, Virginia, college town. If you know what that means, there's Eastern Mennonite University. Interesting. Look at that house there. I don't know about that. Look at on the side of a hill. I don't like that. I'll pass on that property. Everything goes downhill. You gotta constantly walk back uphill. Yeah, until you do that, you don't get it. Okay. Coming into the James Madison territory. College town. And for some reason this guy here is like, just move on over, buddy. You don't want to keep on trekking, just move on over. I mean, it's not that hard to do, you know? Right? Right. So yeah, so there is JMU. Where is their football stadium? Right up here. There it is. James Madison University. All the different facilities. There it is. There's their stadium. Guess baseball time's right here, right? Pretty cool. The clouds are setting on the mountains like snow caps. You see that over there? That pretty neat or what? Yeah, so as the evening starts to set in, it's pretty neat. Doing really well in time, so that's pretty cool. That's so cool. Hey, we got a pretty cool Ram TRX coming up next to us here. I wonder whose that is. I wonder who has a nice Ram TRX. You know, you don't see those things a lot going down the road. I do like that little rear light there, which is pretty cool underneath above the license plate. But there she is. The kid and Kiefer are hanging with me, and they're hanging behind me, so get some better views of the truck. Let's see if I can get a little better. It's not that easy. There it is. How about that, huh? Pretty nice. LED lighting. It's pretty incredible how that LED lighting looks so good. She's at the blind spot right there. You can hear the tires though. That's the only thing. I think the tires, wish the tires would wear a little better, but it's an aggressive tire. So what can you expect for 22,000 miles, right? Beautiful evening here as we're heading down the road, and it's going to start to kind of get dark, and the video in time will kind of come to an end because you're going to be looking at just darkness. So I think we're kind of coming to an end on that, and once later I'll kind of post up how we're doing. If you're right now about a little over 3 hours out still. The sleepy mode set in. It does. Yeah, it's your biological clock. You just kind of like get into this comfort zone where you just want to take a nap when you're driving down the road. You just know those stories, right? But once again, it's just really nice out. And it's 56 degrees out. And what will the price of diesel be in Tennessee? Will it be $3.89, $3.99, $3.69? What's your thoughts? Here's the logging guys. Look at all the trucks. Just all over the country. Truck stops galore. And trucks galore. Look at that. It's like an RV. Looks like it's an RV place. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? It's its own little city. I mean, truly. If you're a trucker, it's like you're literally in your own little city of trucks. Wow. Whole different life. A trucker's life. In today's world, they can make pretty good money. I mean, I know it's challenging, but if you got the right gig, you can do pretty good. You're away from home a lot. Yeah, it's a tiring job. I mean, how the wheel of a big truck, big rig. I mean, you got to be on your toes. All right, there you go. Look at that. If I can catch it. Look at that. That's so neat. It's like there's snow up in the mountains, like snow caps. Just a beautiful evening. As the sun's trying to escape us. There's a solar panel farm. That's new. First time I've seen that. I wonder how far it goes. Yep, some farmer cashed out for that gig. Look at the rest area. These rest areas and truck stops, even though things are kind of slowed down, their biggest challenge is they just don't have room a lot of times for all these truckers. As a trucker, I'm sure many will comment, it's very challenging sometimes to be able to pull over and take a rest. It's like the sun is not wanting to go away. So we got something going on up here, which is going to slow things down, I guess.